which will be played by Earl Night Services Brass. Thank you. And please remain standing. We welcome Candace and Harry, Head of Operations, NACC, to lead us off with this opening prayer.
Could we find a place of center and peace? Just bow your heads. As we gather today on this significant day, the 1st of August, we want to thank the ancestors. We want to thank the Almighty Father for bringing us into this space at this present time. We want to thank you for the life that you have given to each and every one of us. Thank you for bringing each and every one of us safe here today. All those who are on their way, may they come into this space very safe. We want to bless each and every one of the artists that is going to be performing on this stage. Bless each and every one of the members of the band, all the members of the organization, family, relatives, and friends. We want to thank you for us being here together. All those who are here, we want to enjoy the rest of the evening only in your name. And please return each and every one of us to our home of abode very safe after the show. Only in your name, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
Thank you. You may have your seats. Okay. I would now like to invite the chairman of the National Action Cultural Committee, who would formally welcome you to our 24th annual Emancipation Calypso competition. Please welcome him. Brother Mbawo Mohini.
Thank you very much, Sister Ife. And a pleasant good afternoon to one and all to this 24th edition of the NACC and the NYAC, National Youth Action Committee and National Action Cultural Committee program that has done so much, particularly for our youth, our Emancipation Calypso competition. This competition, as most of us would know, is for participants this year under 17 and 17 to 25. And today, as we observe Emancipation Day, it's important that we pay tribute to our ancestors who struggled, who sacrificed, who went through pain and hardship, that we could enjoy emancipation today. Because the road to emancipation of the plantation was not an easy one. The price that was paid was indeed in pain, in blood, in sweat, in tears. But today we also need to pay tribute to the nation of Haiti, a nation that is one of the poorest in the world today. But when we reflect on the historical experiences during that period, we would know that the Haitian Revolution was critical in bringing slavery to an end. As a matter of fact, the Haitian people, the Africans who were on the plantation, came off that plantation and defeated their slave masters. They defeated 25,000 troops that were sent by Napoleon Bonaparte, who is rated so highly as a military strategist, but they defeated them. They also defeated the British who intervened. They defeated the Spanish who crossed the border from Santo Domingo, and they also defeated the Dutch. And they declared Haiti an independent nation, which was the first free independent nation in the Western Hemisphere since the institution of slavery. So we need also to give some thanks to Haiti, because after Haiti had defeated the Europeans, slavery in the rest of the Caribbean began to lose its profitability because the slaves began to follow in the lead of Haiti and rebel. We need as well to thank our sponsors, First Citizens. This is the 12th year that they are the major sponsor in this competition. And they have played their part in making sure that this competition could continue, that our young persons could be given that opportunity to be a part not only of the calypso as an art form, but to be a part of this process, to enlighten, to research emancipation, to learn about it, and to pass it on. Because emancipation is a critical milestone in the history, not only of Trinidad and Tobago, but throughout the British Empire, which at that time was said that the British Empire was so vast that the sun never sets on the British Empire. Okay? So we give thanks to them. But today, this observance is also in tribute to another major milestone in the history of this country, which is the Trinidad and Tobago Revolution of 1970, also called the Black Power Revolution, when our people, along with the leadership of NYAC, took to the streets for 55 days in their thousands, all parts of Trinidad and Tobago, in order to take that process of emancipation a step further with the principles of mobilization, preparing our people to take their lives into their own hands. Consultation, a principle which tells us that any leadership or anyone who is going to take a decision that affects people's lives in a very fundamental and serious way must consult with those people before that decision is made. And participation, the right to all our people to be a part of the decision-making process. And hence, in 1970, NYAC set up the People's Parliament, which functioned and operated not only in Woodford Square, but in other parts of the island. So today, we remember 1970, which was an experience very much in keeping with emancipation, because it was taking that process of freedom, which we need to do, which our youngsters who are participating in this competition are doing by bringing information, by getting us to come out here year after year to reflect on what was done in their various calypsos and where we are going as a people. And the leader of that movement in 1970 was none other than the chief servant, Brother Makandal Daga, who was key and instrumental in mobilizing our people in their thousands all over this country. And he endured sacrifices. He was wrongfully imprisoned on several occasions, right? And he stood firm, he stood confident, and he stood resolute. And this is what he had to say about emancipation. He said, history has taught us that emancipation is not distinctly national or racial, but it is a continuing process that involves all men and women of conscience. When we commemorate emancipation, we are not just celebrating a victory over man's inhumanity to man, but we are also giving meaning to life itself. Words of His Excellency, Chief Servant Makandal Daga, ORTT. So this afternoon, to all those who are present and all those who are watching the program, which is being streamed live by NYAC, compliments to NYAC and the work that they have been doing in spreading our culture and in establishing channels of communication between various sectors and persons and individuals and groups within our society. And today it's been streamed live on NYAC Facebook 90.1, as well as YouTube 90.1, as well on the NACC Facebook, NACC family. Today, I would like to compliment all the youngsters who are participating in this competition. You are all winners. You have a duty to perform, which you are doing beautifully. But remember that the Africans had a saying that the secret of life is to have no fear. Go boldly into the future. And remember also our own labor and political leader, Tubal Uriah Buzz Butler, who told us our doubts are our greatest traitors. I would like to thank all those who have assisted, to the judges, etc., and to wish all of you a wonderful evening as we enjoy and we listen and we learn from the messages of emancipation. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it again for Brother Mbao Mohini, Chairman of the National Action Cultural Committee. Okay, so I now would be leaving you and bringing on a very dynamic artist, very known, well known within the Calypso art form, Mr. Dwayne O'Connor, past monarch, also past the Young King. Please welcome him to be your chairperson for this evening, Mr. Dwayne O'Connor.
Pleasant evening, everyone. Happy Emancipation. Happy Emancipation to one and all. Don't let the mass distract you all too much. Before we get into the competition, I must remind you of the COVID-19 protocol guidelines. A mask should be worn on entry. Competitors, artists, can remove masks for performance. So that is strictly for myself and the people that are performing, not you all. Then please ensure hands are sanitized, and we have some nice hand sanitizers here. Please maintain social distancing. There would be no intermission. Refreshments can be purchased before, during, and after the show. And you have the refreshment center to my left, your right. Artists are kindly asked to leave the venue immediately after their performance. Patrons are kindly asked not to congregate at the bar or any other area and to please exit the venue immediately after the show. The show is being streamed live on NYAC 90.1 and NACC Facebook page. So put your hands together once again for the National Action Cultural Committee and also NYAC Radio, the #1 radio station in Trinidad and Tobago. Please, let me introduce the guest artist for this evening, a dynamic, beautiful, pleasant voice to touch a million and more. Please, let's welcome Miss Karine Tiny Figaro. We know in the Calypso world as Tiny. Put your hands together for Tiny.
Pleasant evening, everyone.
Many leaders were arrested and locked away.
Fighting for black power.
McConnell Dagger showed us the way.
Fighting for black power.
A match for respect and equality.
Fighting for black power.
A match against white supremacy.
He brought transformation to end racial prejudice. Leading thousands, Dagger made a stand, fighting against racial discrimination. They gathered around Woodford Square. A state of emergency was declared. Black power, black power. 10,000 strong, the history would show, shouting power to the people. The revolution was to effect change in society, in the interest of happiness for the masses here in TNT. Africans and Indians were at the end of the business sector, despite the propaganda that Indians were taking over. The core of the economy was pouring on, here in our zone, whites control our home. They were fueled by hatred and ignorance. Nothing for the black man but pressure from dusk till dawn. Now today we are a progressive people with the forward march of black power. A new day has come. I look and I see I gore ome.
Fighting for black power.
Come when the words of Kwame Ture.
Fighting for black power.
Kafra Kamban was marching that day.
Fighting for black power.
Basil Davis' life was taken away.
Fighting for black power.
Black power, black power. 10,000 strong, the history would show, shouting power,
To the people.
power to the people. The march started as a march in solidarity for some students in Canada fighting for racial equality. What started as support for those on a different rage, cited rage on the page. Youths expressing anger and defiance, united to fight against ignorance. Many leaders were arrested, and those who protested put themselves at risk. It was more than a march of solidarity. It was a march against still challenges facing us today. Since that historic march that was made in 1970, there are still gaps between the haves and the have-nots. Conspicuous spending by those leaders at the top. The Black Power Revolution has come and gone, but fragments of the struggle still lingers on. We got to work.
Put your hands together for Miss Karine Williams. We know in the Calypso world is tiny. And of course, we are streaming live on NYAC 90.1 FM. This is the NACC's Emancipation Calypso competition. And we are ready for competition. Judges, we are ready? And the people out there who feel the judges, are they ready? Nice. And of course, we are being, when I say we, because we, the Calypsonians, are being backed by the Earl Knight Orchestra. Put your hands together for them. Nice. And it's competition time. In this category, this is the under 17 years old age group. Contestant number 1. Her name is Khalees Bentham. Doing for you, I Am the Voice. Please, let's welcome contestant number 1, Khalees Bentham. I Am the Voice.
within all Africans. I am the voice they try to keep in darkness. I am the voice giving light so bright. I am the voice they try to dismiss. I am the voice who stood up for equal rights. I'm the voice of you, the voice for all are we. I'm the voice of Africa. Pam pam padoy, pam padai dai dai. I had diamonds, gold, and stones so rare, enough for all my people to share, enough for all African men to mind their family. That's before they stripped me bare and left me hungry. They took away my queens, oh such horrific scenes, raped my soul, dented my pride. All my dreams, they cast it aside. With my goal, they built up their empire, leaving me with stone and sticks to make fire. I am the voice of emancipation. I am the spirits within all Africans. I am the voice of liberation. I am the voice within all Africans. I am the voice they try to keep in darkness. I am the voice giving light so bright. I am the voice they try to dismiss. I am the voice stood up for equal rights. I'm the voice of you, the voice for all are we. I'm the voice of Africa. Pam pam padoy, pam padai dai dai. They took my language and gave me their own, feeling like a stranger in my own home. From the night to this Ababa, Lord, they trample unrecognizable places, once so beautiful. They took away my name, calling me Sarah Jane. They beat my drum, they say I'm noisy. What kind of clothes is that you giving me? Milk me dry, then calling me needy. Well, what I need is all things you stole from me. I am the voice of emancipation. I am the spirit within all Africa. I am the voice of liberation. I am the voice within all Africa. I am the voice that tries to keep in darkness. I am the voice giving light so bright. I am the voice they try to dismiss. I am the voice who stood up for equal rights. I'm the voice of you, the voice for all are we. I'm the voice of Africa. Emancipation. Thank you, ladies and
Please put your hands together once again for contestant number 1, Khalees Bentham, doing I Am the Voice. And if you have just tuned in to WAC, our live stream, we are the NACC's National Action Cultural Committee, that is Emancipation Calypso Competition. And of course, we are in the category under 17 years and under. In the NACC's Emancipation Calypso Competition, we are live right here at SWWTU Hall. And you know, many of you don't know the names for these acronyms. So it's SWWTU Hall is Seamen and Waterfront Workers Trade Union. Some of us just say SWWTU, they don't know, you know, so we're teaching the younger ones. Keeping the competition going because we have a certain time to get out of here. And from tomorrow, you know, we go down to 10. Social distancing. Please, again, wear your mask at all times. Contestant number 2. Her name is Shania Andrews, coming to sing for you, Still Fighting. Please, let's welcome warmly contestant number 2, Shania Andrews, doing Still Fighting.
We were kings and queens, down in Africa. They sold us away to Europe and America. They went and placed chains and shackles on our hands, tortured and treated us like beasts. For years they frustrated the black man, and up to now we can't get no peace. We still fighting for freedom. The black man is dead.
We still fighting for freedom.
We are still in jail.
We still fighting for freedom.
Fighting cannot stop. Until freedom comes. Everybody until freedom comes. Oh no, still fighting. Fighting for freedom. From dawn to dusk, black people work so hard. Because of our black skin, they treated us bad. They took away our names, our language and religion, our culture and the way of life. Parents were separated from their children. Husbands were separated from their wives.
We still fighting for freedom.
The black man is dead.
We still fighting for freedom.
We are still in jail.
We still fighting for freedom.
The fighting cannot done until freedom comes. The fight gathered until freedom comes. Oh no, we still fighting, fighting for freedom. Bam, bam, ba, da, 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 da. Boom, bidum, bum, bum. Boom, bidum, bum. Pam, 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 ba, da. Pam, ba, da. Pam, ba, do. We are now living in these modern times, but still the black man can have no peace of mind. Discrimination, racism, and injustice is what that people must face every day. This is a serious problem, it must never go unnoticed. Keep your head up, black people, don't give up, I say.
We still fighting for freedom.
The black man is dead.
We still fighting for freedom.
We are still in jail.
and colonialism. And apartheid could not hold us back. Unite black people, let's move together as one. Unity is strength, so let's stay on track.
We still fighting for freedom.
We just cannot stop.
We still fighting for freedom.
We just can't give up.
We still fighting for freedom.
The fighting cannot done until freedom comes. The fight can until freedom comes. Oh no,
We still fighting, fighting for freedom.
bam bam ba da 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 da.
Put your hands together once again for contestant number 2. Her name, Shania Andrews. Put your hands together once again for contestant number 2, Shania Andrews, still fighting. And if you all just joined the live stream on NYAC 90.1 FM, we are the National Action Cultural Committee's Emancipation Calypso competition. And of course, today is, what today is, people? Emancipation Day, the 1st of August. Very, very, very important. Very important. I missed the march today. I missed performing at NYAC office this afternoon. You know, we would be having a really good time this afternoon. But in the near future, for those of you who are viewing the live stream, remember the NYAC's office on 40 Duke Street, every Emancipation, there's a day-long, entire day of celebration commemorating Emancipation Day, the 1st of August. So in the future, next year and the years to come, we are at 40 Duke Street. That has been happening for years. Moving on to contestant number 3. Her name is Anjanella Duncan Regis, doing for you Who Am I? Please, let's welcome contestant number 3, Anjanella Duncan Regis. Who am I?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, judges.
Did I toy? Give me. This is no joke. So wipe the smile from your face. My spirit provoked. What am I doing in this place? Singing a song that I find so strange. Force me to change my language and my name they change. Getting me to think everything I own was inferior. And this way of life that they brought me to was superior. From the whip I learned to put my value up on the shelf. But now they have me laughing at my own myself. So I'm asking, who am I? What was my name in Africa? Who am I? From ancestral roots I've strayed so far. Who am I? Every night I toss and turn. Who am I? There's so much for me to learn. So I've got to start somewhere. So what African names I hear? I've got to remember from whence I came. To restore my dignity and my true identity. I've got to stop laughing at my own name. Paloma and Senga, I've got to stop laughing at my own name. Did I die? Give me. Ba-ba-dum, ba-dum, bam. Snatch from my land. No time to pack, to travel on ship pack like sand. Watch all my dreams unravel. They had me questioning my words. Say they'll improve my lot and teach me poetry birds. But I was born a mother's child with folks who cared for me. Free spirits at home with life and liberty. But all that is done now, my soul is left so bare. Voices from my home I no longer hear. So I'm asking, who am I? What was my name in Africa? Who am I? From ancestral roots I've strayed so far. Who am I? Every night I toss and turn. Who am I? There's so much for me to learn. So we've got to start somewhere. So what African names I hear, we've got to remember from whence we came. So to restore our dignity and our true identity, we've got to stop laughing at we own name. Paloma and Senga, we've got to stop laughing at we own name. Did I die? Oh, you understand me? Give me. I look around, and next to me, a stranger, to someone I belong. My journey a game changer. Sailing overseas with pain so deep. Hoisted up to auction, and where life is so cheap. Stripped of my dignity, my pride, and my emotions. They give me new divinity to learn a new devotion. But no time for thoughts now, must control me mentally. And will do they all to re-educate me? So I'm wondering, who am I? What was my name in Africa? Who am I? From ancestral roots I've strayed so far. Who am I? Every night I toss and turn. Who am I? There's so much for me to learn. So we've got to start somewhere, regardless who's dark or fair. It's Jah who bless us with this melanin. To restore our dignity and our true identity, we got to stop laughing at our own skin and see the beauty that's within. We got to stop laughing at our own skin. Whoa. Did I die? Badama, badama.
must live for their service. If I grieve, I groan. This is not their business. They promise to change my backward lifestyle. Put on me a pretty dress, paint on me a smile. Say I must be grateful they took me from a dark continent and gave me a new world filled with enlightenment. They look down so scornfully and joke about my past and say that I'm now in a higher class. So I'm wondering, who am I? What was our name in Africa? Who am I? From ancestral roots we've strayed so far. Who am I? Every night I toss and turn. Who am I? There's so much for us to learn. So we've got to start somewhere. Ancestral knowledge we must share. Educated minds we standing on par to restore our dignity and our identity. We've got to stop laughing at Africa to prepare the youth for the future.
We got to stop laughing at Africa.
Boy. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great show.
We got to stop laughing at Africa. We got to stop laughing at Africa.
Please put your hands together for contestant number 3, Anjanella Duncan Regis, doing Who Am I? And I must remind you that we are live on NYAC 90.1 FM. Nice. And we are the NACC's Emancipation Calypso Competition 2020. Today being the 1st of August, we move right on to contestant number 4. His name is Keone Graves, coming to sing for you, We Not Going Back. Please, let's welcome contestant number 4, Keone Graves, doing We Not Going Back.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Pam 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 parai da dai, pam param parai. Oppression has been stigmatized globally, but this abstract phenomenon is unfortunate for me. Bombarded by the gunshots of white supremacy, a black man's life is on the line, but they cover it up and say it's fine. Justice must be served, but their justice isn't blind. She sees everything and she chooses white. Blacks protest biasness with a chant and a sign. The world needs a change now. Until it happens, we wouldn't bow. I say no more, no more. We not going back, oh no. We not going back, oh no. You really feel a darker hue makes me lesser than you. We not going back, oh no. We not going back, oh no. We've been crying out for years. We will no longer live in fear. We want equality. No slavery, equality. No slavery, equality. No slavery, equality. No slavery. Bam, 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 ba, da, da, da. Listen, people, there are some people out there who feel it better than us. Listen to this verse. When would you understand that Black Lives Matter? All you believe in is white power. You need to change your attitude better soon than later. You really feel it's the dominant race. All you racists bring disgrace. We'll no longer toil in fear of that man with the blue eyes and the straight blonde hair. We've lost so much loved ones, so close and dear. Some of you have years of blood on your hands. Time for you to change and make a stand. I say power, power. We not going back, oh no. We not going back, oh no. You really feel attack at you, makes me lesser than you. We not going back, oh no. We not going back, oh no. We've been crying out for years. We will no longer live in fear. We want equality. Hey, no slavery, equality. No slavery, equality. No slavery, equality. No slavery. Bam, 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 ba, da, 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 da. Hey. But listen, there is a way we can fix this. Listen to this verse. Dismantle the horrible norm of segregation. This is the key to bring this world in union. As one we can overcome obstacles like nasty racism. Power to the people we shall sing. But in one family ring. Here every creed find an equal place. Somehow they manage to leave out race. Not much has changed since the olden days. This injustice we shall contest until we progress. I say forward, forward. We not going back, oh no. We not going back, oh no. You really feel attack at you, makes me lesser than you. We not going back, oh no. We not going back, oh no. We've been crying out for years. We will no longer live in fear. We want equality. Hey, no slavery, equality. No slavery, equality. No slavery, equality. Hey, no slavery. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, as the human race, we can move forward and live in harmony. Thank you very much. Bye. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.
Once again, that was contestant number 4, Keone Graves. We not going back. Show the young man some appreciation in the under 17 category of the NACC's Emancipation Calypso competition. Moving on, contestant number 5. His name is Zinga Moses, doing for you greater than great. Let's welcome contestant number 5, Zinga Moses, greater than great.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. The other day, I see a girl. She says she leaving the country because it ain't nothing good in Trinidad. I say, girl, you going mad. She say, it has nothing here for me. I say, we have good food, we have good beaches, we have good everything. And we have great people. Western country so great, and the kids jump and say how they would migrate. My friend, it's not the size of the country, but the people mentality does make a nation greater than great. Let's work with one another and stop the divide. Let's come together and think of national pride. Stop the race division, because diversity is our strength, and adopt a new attitude. As if to love your country and self, and then Tobago would be great amongst the best. For Trinidad and Tobago can be ranking amongst the great. Let's change our mindset and emancipate. For Trinidad and Tobago can show the world that we are great. Let's change our attitude and let's liberate. Nothing hiring people on, but charity it begins at home. We can build this country into what we want it to be. A country with a good reputation, unity and no discrimination, wonderful democracies and integrity. Let me quote Gandhi, we can be the change that we want to see. So with the effort of both you and we, including politicians, they too have their own part to play. And Tobago would see much better days. Let's work with one another and stop the divide. Let's come together and think of national pride. Stop the race division, because diversity is our strength, and adopt a new attitude. As us to love your country and self, and then Tobago would be great amongst the best. For Trinidad and Tobago can be ranking amongst the great. Let's change our mindset and emancipate. For Trinidad and Tobago can show the world that we are great. Let's change our attitude and let's liberate. All I believe we're greater than great. Let me hear you say yeah, yeah. Growing up in this country, please don't stop the negativity. Cause what kind of message you're sending to we? I want to be proud of the land of my birth, patriotic for all its value and worth. Who's the comparing countries, think positively. When we work together, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Like when the soccer warriors took us to Germany. In great national pride, we all felt throughout those days. So it's very possible, but we all must believe. Come on board, all citizens, let's succeed. For Trinidad and Tobago can be ranking amongst the great. Let's change our attitude and let's liberate. For Trinidad and Tobago can show the world that we are great. Let's change our mindset and emancipate. We are sports and heroes, such as Kelly and Matisse, Russell Latapy. We have beauty culture like Wendy Fitzwilliams. We have freedom fighters like Dr. Eric Williams, Makandal Daga, Dr. Kafra Kambon. And don't forget we Calypso heroes. Calypso Rose, Mighty Shadow, Mighty Sparrow. We have all these great things in Trinidad. Greater than great. Russell Latapy, greater than great. Wendy Fitzwilliams, greater than great. Kelly and Batiste, greater than great. Yours truly, Zinga Moses, greater than great. Thank you. Greater than the great. Greater than the great.
Put your hands together for contestant number 5, Zinga Moses, greater than great. And of course, we're here at the NACC's Emancipation Calypso competition. Of course, one of the main sponsors, we must make mention, First Citizens Bank. Put your hands together for them, please. Very, very important, because First Citizens Bank has been doing a number of sponsorship for this competition, and they have been sponsoring since 2009. I think they need a better round of applause than that. And you know, over the years, First Citizens Bank has gotten involved in internet banking and also mobile banking. So very important. And of course, they also have accounts for the young ones. Of course, I am probably one of the recipients of this First Citizens, the smart accounts. My son is also a part of this as well. So put your hands together for First Citizens Bank. Nice lighting. So keeping the competition going, contestant number 6, Elijah Gould Ferguson, coming to sing for you, Haunted Memories. Let's welcome contestant number 6, Elijah Gould Ferguson, doing Haunted Memories.
These are tales of savagery, tales of inhumanity. These are tales of the horrors of slavery. Yet it seems as though the ghost still haunting we. Good evening, everyone. Happy Emancipation Day. Oh, I have a song, a lesson in history about a people from my land far away who lost their identity, snatched up and taken away from the familiar surroundings they know, chained together like human beasts, starring in a freak show, violently removed and dragged from their land, crying out in fear for mercy. The only sound they could hear was one of the whip, tied up in their liberty. Now running helter skelter through the bushes of their own land, not knowing why but fighting to escape the chains on their foot and hand. They crying, whoa, whoa, hear them bawling, whoa. humanity. Tales of inhumanity. These are tales of the horrors of slavery. Yet it seems as though the ghosts still haunting we, and they're crying, whoa, whoa. Hear them calling, whoa, whoa, singing not songs of joy, but lamenting the loss of their land. Sailing on an alien ship, bound for unknown destination. Chained together hand to hand and leg to leg, stacked like sardines in a tin. For a sip of water they beg. Thousands dying along the way, tossed like garbage into the sea, driven by fear for taking their own lives. Some died of melancholy, longing for the beauty of a life from the land from which they came. Exposed to strangers, their nakedness, their bodies were marked for shame, and they crying, whoa, whoa. Hear them boarding, whoa, 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 whoa. These are tales of inhumanity. Tales of brutality. These are tales of the horrors of slavery. Yet it seems as though the ghosts still haunting we. Hear them crying, oh, oh. Hear them pointing, whoa, whoa, hunger, starvation, and disease, not sure to see tomorrow. Their backs bleeding from the brutal whip, their heart crying tears of sorrow. Even nature took its course, vessels enriched their destiny. Battered and bruised by hurricane, their burial ground now the sea. Survive the hurricane, yes, survival and uncertain fate. Some conjure the will to live, refusing to give that its state, singing yuhuru, yuhuru, minikata, kwa kwa, hooray. Freedom, oh freedom, freedom will come one day, and they're crying, whoa, whoa. Hear them calling, whoa, 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 whoa. Hear them crying, whoa, whoa. These are tales of savagery, tales of brutality. These are tales of the horrors of slavery. Yet it seems as though the ghosts still haunting we. Hear them crying, whoa, whoa, and they're calling, whoa, whoa, oh Lord, planning and planning and planning this horror to escape. Not even the thought of that could make freedom wait. So the drums start to beat and the freedom song start to sing. The flaming no light of the warrior within. Today it's no turning back, no fear for the whip or the gun. By the hook or the crook, today is we emancipation. But by massa and plantation, slavery we taking you down. Fire to the cage, shout the shout, songs of liberation and the shouting, yeah, yeah. Hear them boarding, yeah, yeah. And they crying, yeah. liberty. Shout no more of captivity. These are shouts of all liberty. No longer only savage ghosts be haunting me, and they're shouting, whoa, whoa. Hear them crying, whoa, whoa. Thank you. Have a happy Emancipation Day.
Put your hands together for contestant number 6, Alasia Gould Ferguson, doing Haunted Memories. And of course, we must say a big shout out to First Citizens Bank, of course, one of the #1 bank in Trinidad and Tobago. Keeping it moving, contestant number 7. His name is Kai Anthony Salazar, coming to sing for you Emancipation. Let's welcome contestant 7, Kai Anthony Salazar, doing Emancipation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Join us.
My African people, emancipated, oh, liberated, oh. What a day, what a day, what a day, what a day for African people. What a day, what a day, what a day, what a day. Too much shall be struggle. They see we burn the cane and drop the chains for liberation. With spirits and where we drop the hills and left the plantations. Now we free to learn the culture, we free to pass it on. Let me spread the message of freedom for generations to come. Emancipation, 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 emancipation. Let them know you're black and you're proud. You're not afraid to sing it all loud. Emancipation, let them know your spirit is lifted. Emancipation, let them know you're black and you're gifted. Emancipation, let them know you are liberated. Emancipation, stand firm, the emancipated. Bam, 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 bam. Hey, hey. Educate, elevate, time to demonstrate that we are one people. Don't hesitate, open the gate, no time to stumble. Teach me to beat the drums and sing the songs of the forefathers. You who rule, the language of the elders. The pyramid in Egypt, we created that. George Carver, black inventor, and we ain't turning back. Emancipation, 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 emancipation. Let them know you're black and you're proud. You're not afraid to sing it all loud. Emancipation, let them know your spirit is lifted. Emancipation, let them know you're black and you're gifted. Emancipation, let them know you are liberated. Emancipation, stand firm, you're emancipated. Bam, 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 bam. What a time, what a time, what a time, what a time, every curve and corner. What a time, what a time, what a time, what a time, take yes, it's younger. The time is now. Fathers teach your sons, mothers teach your daughters. Shape the future generation of African leaders. A people without a history is like a tree without roots. Ring the bell, beat the drum, let me spread the message of truth. Emancipation, 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 emancipation. Let them know you're black and you're proud. You're not afraid to sing it all loud. Emancipation, let them know your spirit is lifted. Emancipation, let them know you're black and you're gifted. Emancipation, let them know you are liberated. Emancipation, stand firm, you're emancipated. Bam, 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 bam. My African people, bam, 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 bam. What a time, what a time, what a time, what a time, every curve and corner. At a time, what a time, what a time, what a time, take message yonder. Nelson Mandela in South Africa, from president to president. Granger and Daga, the Bangor movement. These are stories of the elders, young Africans should know, to safeguard the legacy for a better tomorrow. Emancipation, 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 emancipation. Let them know you're black and you're proud. You're not afraid to sing it all loud. Emancipation, let them know your spirit is lifted. Emancipation, let them know you're black and you're gifted. Emancipation, let them know you are liberated. Emancipation, stand firm, you're emancipated. My African people, emancipated, oh. Liberated, oh. Pam, pam. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was contestant number 7. Put your hands together for him. Kai Anthony Salazar doing Emancipation in this, the 24th annual. Put your hands together for the NACC, please, for keeping this, even in COVID time. I think they need a better round of applause than that. Some of you just sitting there, we won't clap. Do better than that for the NACC, please. There's nice corn soup and that kind of thing over on that side. You can go and have something. And of course, one of the main sponsors, the First Citizens Bank. If you don't know about them, you can check them out. First Citizens right? Check them out, First Citizens Bank. And they're all over Trinidad and Tobago, Port of Spain, South, East, Tobago. They have numerous branches, over 50 branches all over Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome contestant number 8, Aliyah Hines. And she's coming to sing for you, Akia Breathe. Please, let's welcome contestant number 8, Aliyah Hines, Akia Breathe.
to each and every one. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Black Lives Matter making headlines around the world. Soon after that horrid incident just recently, I've seen protests marched by so many, involving the young and old, as they plead for justice from the authorities. Look, my teacher taught me in school a lot on history. So unjust actions like these reminds me of slavery. Was urged to open my book, and as I started to read, have realized since back then in slavery my ancestors couldn't breathe. I can't breathe. Was not just a one-man's plight. I can't breathe. Was a major call for human rights. Cause for years my ancestors toil as slaves on the plantation, and under the watch of master they suffered from oppression. So yes, a knee on one's neck could inflict much pain and pressure, but it's a long time now we can't breathe, since way back in Africa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can't breathe. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can't breathe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Obligated to talk on behalf of my ancestors, cause knowing my Black history is vital to me. Decisions made to abolish slavery by the British Empire 1834, and since August 1st, 1985, declared holiday in TNT. Yet still it seems like my people is under attack, cause some treatments received today worse than the whip on we back. I remember nightclubs in my land, blacks did not allow entry, so we oxygen was being tampered with right here in TNT. I can't breathe. Racism caused suffocation. I can't breathe. I still feel the need for reparation. According to history, Lincoln issued the proclamation, and in honor of our freedom, we celebrate emancipation. So I still today in our land, there's so much torture and pain, while like an echo away in a distance, we keep hearing the same refrain. Oh, 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 I can't breathe. Oh, 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 I can't breathe. Hey, I'm sure you will agree with me. So culture is integral to develop TNT. As Chief Stewart created a space to showcase many talents. So in his tenure of leadership, I salute his significance. Leader of the 1970 Trinbago Revolution, to be a powerful foe to tyranny and oppression. So today I'm raising a hand
I'm in support of emancipation, whilst I pay homage to the late chief for his contributions. I can't breathe. Dagger's journey inspired many. I can't breathe. He fought for black equality. I may be young, but things but injustice here on our soils. And when I think back in history, my blood does start to boil. But I am a youth who's strong and proud of my race and my color. Though the struggle's real, I'm destined to take a deep breath for my ancestors. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can't breathe. Whoa, whoa. I want to breathe.
And that was contestant number 8, Alea Hines, doing I Can't Breathe. Put your hands together for her. Nice, of course. The NACC, of course, has been doing a beautiful job for over 24 years. Emancipation. I don't know how many of you remember when this was the Young Composers Emancipation Extempo. You remember when it was the Extempo? And we used to say, pick your topic, and what? Hand me your oh my God, plenty of you missed that. But please, put your hands together for First Citizens and the NACC, a great combination. Since 2009, NACC has been a partner and a sponsor for this competition. The First Citizens Bank has been a sponsor for this competition. At this time, we want to bring a special guest, panelist to the stage. His name is Akil George, and he's a part of the alumni of the new Butler School, run by the part of the NACC NYAC combination. So please bring to the stage Mr. Akil George, the new Butler alumni guest. Yes, and that was Mr. Akil George on pan, one of the alumni of the New Butler Associate College. Put your hands together for him, please. And coming to the stage is another special guest. Of course, something that we see all the time at Emancipation time. The ancestors beyond, coming to do a dramology. Please, let's welcome ancestors beyond. This is my. Put your hands together once again for ancestors beyond. Of course, in this, the 24th annual Emancipation Calypso competition, we must make mention of some very important people. And before I do this, I must make mention of my good friend in the audience, the reigning extempo Calypso monarch and Calypso monarch finalist, my good friend, none other than Mr. Brian London. Of course, again, we have to say thank you to First Citizens, SWWTU, of course, the political leader and members of the National Joint Action Committee, that is, members of the National Action Cultural Committee, members of the National Youth Action Committee, the NACC Event Committee, of course, the judges, these persons who have the very hard task of selecting the winners tonight, because everyone here tonight is a winner. Earl Knights and the Services Brass, Candice Ann, Harry, and the decor team for doing such a beautiful job this evening. Put your hands together for Candice Ann and the decorating team. We're looking nice. Kwamasi caterers, parents, sponsors, and well-wishers. The young Calypsonians. WAC 90.1 FM. And of course, you. Put your hands together for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping the competition going because this is the 24th annual Emancipation Calypso competition. And we move into the 17 to 25 age group. Contestant number 1, Rishon Gordon, coming to sing for you, We Matter. Please, let's welcome Rishon Gordon. We Matter.
Check, check.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Close to 500 years now we in bondage. So many barriers fill us with fear. This colonial system keeps us hostage. For our best interest, who really cares? But our ancestors paid the price, so we must make the sacrifice till we truly set our people free. We'll use the hardships that we face to strengthen our race till we tell all those who push and hate they can't decide our fate. No, no, we know we matter. We moving as 1,000 strong. Justice and freedom is our song. We know we matter. They try to damage our soul, but our people fought brave and bold to gain emancipation. Now every daughter and son must know they matter. We will show we matter. La da dee da da day. Since the 15th century, they raid Africa. The Portuguese, the Spanish, and many others. And up to this day, they wouldn't leave her. They still steal the wealth of our brothers. Her glory they try to disguise, but Africa will surely rise. Her children will make her future bright. Yes, wherever we may be, we'll fight for her liberty till she regains her true spirit and might. Hear me, tell all those who push and hate, they can't decide our fate. No, no, we know we matter. We moving as 1,000 strong. Justice and freedom is our song. We know we matter. They try to damage our soul, but our people fought brave and bold to gain emancipation. Now every daughter and son will know they matter. We will show we matter. La da dee da da day. Still cannot stop his malignity. His systems deny our rights and respect. He still damage our pride, our dignity. Cripple, divide, and press his knees on our neck. The black community have it hard. We've been dealt a dirty card. We can't even attain our basic needs. We won't continue to live this way. Despite the price we'll have to pay, with one voice we demand equality. Hear me, tell all those who push and hate, they can't decide our fate. No, no, we know we matter. We moving as 1,000 strong. Justice and freedom is our song. We know we matter. They try to damage our soul, but our people fought brave and bold to gain emancipation. Now every daughter and son will know they matter. We will show we matter. you know you matter. Say yeah, yeah, you know you matter. Say yeah, yeah, you know you matter. Say yeah, yeah, say yeah, yeah, say yeah, yeah, you know you matter. Say yeah, yeah, you know you matter. Say yeah, yeah, you know you matter. Say yeah, yeah, say yeah, yeah, say yeah. Tell all those who pushing hate, they can't decide our fate. No, no, we know the matter. We moving as 1,000 strong. Justice and freedom is our song. We know the matter. They try to damage our soul, but our people fought brave and bold to gain emancipation. Now every daughter and son must know the matter. We will show the matter. La da di da da day. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Put your hands together once again for contestant number 1 in the 17 to 25 age group in the NACC's 24th annual Emancipation competition. Rishon Gordon, we matter. Put your hands together for her, please. Nice. Keeping the competition going. Contestant number 2, Fasina Aluko, coming to sing for you, I Am. Let's welcome contestant number 2, Fasina Aluko, I Am.
Good night, everyone, and a happy emancipation. People, I come here, I come for one thing. I come to connect with your past. The scars of slavery still cut through our skin, and for many more years they will last. Look, the swords of your great ancestors turning up in the soil with terror, calling for you to turn back, brother, but you dismay. Cause I hit you now with the power. Emancipation is here forever. Your ancestor give you this power. Listen, I say, I am the one that will break the chains. I am the one that will pave the way. I am the one when you want to strive and save your soul. Sink in the rhythm deep in your bones. Your ancestors calling you home. On their shoulders we can achieve all our goals. Oh, 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 oh. Our freedom fighters fought for our right to live our brightest path. People like Bookman, Harriet, Tubman, remembrances our task. To send liberty with the fire that kindles spirits together, so that freedom for our people is here to stay. Taki started revolution, Maroons took back their constitution. Your ancestor give you this power, listen, I say. I am the one that will break the chains. I am the one that will pave the way. I am the one when you want to strive and save your soul. Sink in the rhythm deep in your boat. Your ancestors calling you home. On their shoulders we can achieve all our goals. Oh, oh.
must prosper, we must do one thing. Leave all your fears behind. Reparations is coming wrong down within. We shall restore our pride. Emancipation is our treasure. Growth as a people is our pleasure. Put your trust in Africa's power that comes with might. Like a serpent stuck in the river, be transformed in the coolest water. Your ancestor gave you this blessing. Listen, I say, I am the one that will break the chains. I am the one that will pave the way. I am the one when you want to strive and save your soul. Sink in the rhythm deep in your bones. Your ancestors calling you home. On their shoulders we can achieve a lower goal. For emancipation, ancestors were killed. Many suffered great pain. We celebrate now all that we've gained. Do not put them to shame. The future is in our hands. Raise your fist and give your demands. Be resilient, stand up and speak for what is right. Our motherland is our base. Being African is our race. Your ancestor bestowed its power. Listen, I say, I am the one that will break the chains. I am the one that will pave the way. I am the one when you want to strive and save your soul. Sink in the rhythm deep in your bones. Your ancestors calling you home. On their shoulders we can achieve a lower goal.
That was contestant number 2, Fasina Aluko, doing I Am. Of course, and showing their support to these young Calypsonians this evening. We have some older Calypsonians. I already mentioned my good friend and ex-tempo Calypso monarch, Mr. Brian London. We also have Sheldon Nugget. Sheldon, known in the Calypso world as Sheldon Nugget, real name Sheldon Bullen. And of course, we have Mr. Eric James as well in the house. So put your hands together for these older Calypsonians showing their support to the younger ones. Contestant number 3 in the 17 to 25 Emancipation Calypso Monarch competition. We have Miss Adana Dardane coming to sing for you Black Lives Matter. Let's welcome contestant number 3, Adana Dardane, doing Black Lives Matter.
A pleasant evening to all. Why there must be a constant hate for people with black skin complexion? You cannot debate. White supremacy is in full command. Some people believe the white race is superior, and if your skin black, you are null and void. They will do anything to promote their propaganda, and seeing a black person does get them paranoid. They will take a black man's life in the name of white supremacy, cause they believe black people don't belong in society. But tell them, Black Lives Matter. We black, gifted, talented and strong. Black Lives Matter. For 400 years you keep fighting us down. Black Lives Matter. We made contributions to humanity. Black Lives Matter. And all we got was pain and brutality. Now that slavery is over, what we want is equality, and for them to treat black people with respect and dignity. I said to treat black people with respect and dignity. Whoa, Mr. White Supremacy, eh. Why you keep oppressing me? Whoa, whoa. You took us away from Africa. In chains you placed us on your slave ships, scattered us in the diaspora, forced us to work with the crack of your whip. We slave for you on your cotton plantations. Our language and culture you took away. We cooked for you and helped nurture your children. You always pursued us when we run away. Over 400 years of service and forced devotion to you. This is the pain and hell that you put in us through. So I sing in Black Lives Matter for all the work we did on your plantations.
Black Lives Matter.
We want equal rights and reparations.
Black Lives Matter.
We made contributions to humanity.
Black Lives Matter.
And all we got was pain and brutality. Now that slavery is over, what we want is equality, and for them to treat black people with respect and dignity. I said to treat black people with respect and dignity. Whoa. Stop killing my brothers and sisters, eh. Take Malo. We've cried so many tears, and today black people crying still. Survived all those brutal years. Now in the streets, blacks are being killed like being black is a crime. Life is not easy. It's horrors from cradle to the grave. They say blacks must stay behind. Man, they must be crazy to think we were born to be servants and slaves. Systematic and racial injustice blacks keep facing every day. With my fist in the air, I have to protest and say, Black Lives Matter. Too many black brothers and sisters are dying.
Black Lives
I hear the spirit of George Floyd crying.
Black Lives
If my handle dagger was wrong, he too would say,
Black Lives Matter.
Bankule, go be chanting the same way. This fight should be over. We done work so hard already. So treat black people with respect and dignity. I said to treat black people with respect and dignity. Whoa, Mr. White Supremacy, why you keep oppressing me? Eh? Change must start today. The people of the world demand it. We can't go on this way. It's time to stop that nasty habit. Don't label us as thugs, violent crooks and bandits. Those stereotypes don't define who we are. Or say we all sell drugs. No longer would we stand it. We are black and gifted, we are shining stars. Judge us by our character and not the color of our skin. We've had enough and our patience is growing thin. Because Black Lives Matter. We are doctors, nurses, judges and lawyers.
Black Lives Matter.
Professors, senators and state legislators.
Black Lives Matter.
Acknowledge us, respect us and always treat us right.
Black Lives Matter.
Not enough, we not giving up the fight in this 21st century. To all angels of white supremacy, I say to treat black people with respect and dignity. You hear me? I said to treat black people with respect and dignity. Whoa! Stop killing my brothers and sisters.
Black Lives Matter.
Come together as one.
Black Lives Matter.
Whoa, whoa. Thank you.
Black Lives Matter.
Put your hands together for contestant number 3, Adana Dardane, in this, the 24th annual Emancipation Calypso competition. Of course, we are streaming live on NYAC 90.1 FM, total local. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you know, NYAC has been bringing us some beautiful, really nice shows during this COVID period. And it started all the way back in April and it continues. I think right now they are down to the icons and the bands. So, you know, tune in very regularly. It starts from Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And sometimes it's every day. But main days you get the bands. I think last week we had Blacks. Just yesterday, the day before, we had Los Alumnos de San Juan, Christmas in July. So please tune in, NYAC 90.1 FM, and of course, tell a friend to tell a friend and tell another friend. We are here, SWWTU Hall, and of course, this is the 24th annual Emancipation Calypso competition, one of the main sponsors. We must say thank you to First Citizens Bank. Put your hands together for them, please. Nice. Special note to the judges, contestant number 4, who was supposed to appear now, the contestant from Tobago, would not be here. You know the circumstances at this time. We move on to contestant number 5. Her name is Bethany Lightborn, coming to sing for you, Calypsonians Are Champions. Please, let's welcome contestant number 5. Bethany Lightborn, doing Calypsonians Are Champions.
A pleasant evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can I hear y'all? A pleasant evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, boy. Whoa. Do you know the recorded history of the Calypsonian in TNT? How this most prestigious calling came right out of slavery. It was back in the 17th century. Slaves from West Africa were brought here to the Caribbean to be exploited by the master. They were made to work all day long, very hard in the plantation, forbidden to speak with each other. That increased the separation. So the slaves started to sing songs, building back communication. And that was the beginning, the birth of the Calypsonian, who did help to communicate with the Calypsonian, who did help to start liberate with the Calypsonian. Calypso teaching, Calypso healing, Calypso inspiring,
Calypsonians are champions. Calypso guiding, Calypso uniting, Calypso emancipating. Calypsonians are champions. Calypsonians are champions. Calypsonians are champions. Hello! From the fields of the plantations, mocking their masters in song, the pioneers of this art form now started to struggle on. The lead singer was called a griot, singing what we know as Kaiso, the traditional music of the people from the Congo. That is how our people preserve their history. They recorded traditions by singing them orally. No matter how the oppressors try to divide and conquer, the music of our people kept making them stronger. Who help preserve our history? We the Calypsonians, who help record our traditions. We the Calypsonians, Calypso teaching, Calypso healing, Calypso inspiring. Calypsonians are champions. Calypso guiding, Calypso uniting, Calypso emancipating. Calypsonians are champions. Calypsonians are champions. Champions of emancipation. Give it. So later down in the century, through the French influence, when patois was the main language and the music was broken French, the griot became a chantwell, a hero of the people, singing what was Cariso, an ancestor of Calypso. It was during that period, the carnival we know about today. The festival was created, back then it was Camboulé. The chantwells and them would sing songs for the celebration. And that was the tradition, straight to emancipation. Who is the hero of the people? We the Calypsonians, who help with emancipation. We the Calypsonians, Calypso teaching, Calypso healing, Calypso inspiring. Calypsonians are champions. Calypso guiding, Calypso uniting, Calypso emancipating. Calypsonians are champions. Calypsonians are champions. Champions of emancipation. Hello! During governance of the British under colonialism, saw the rise of Calypso and the Calypsonian. Now the voice of the people became the Calypsonian. Straight to our independence, we were the people them champion. So from the days of slavery up to this present time, Calypsonians have contributed to freeing our people's mind. And when we Calypsonians singing we Calypso, we just have the crowd chanting Kaiso, Kaiso. So put your hands in the sky, this is our time to shine. Black people, this is our time, this is our time to shine. Calypso teaching, Calypso healing, Calypso inspiring. Calypsonians are champions. Calypso guiding, Calypso uniting, Calypso emancipating. Calypsonians are champions. Calypsonians are champions. Champions of emancipation. So put your hands in the sky. Calypsonians are champions. Black people, this is our time. Calypsonians are champions. Calypso teaching, Calypso healing, Calypso inspiring. Calypsonians are champions. Calypso guiding, Calypso uniting, Calypso emancipating.
Calypsonians are champions. Calypsonians are champions. Champions of emancipation. Calypsonians are champions. Calypsonians are champions. Champions of emancipation. Whoa. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Calypsonians are champions. Calypsonians are champions.
And that was contestant number 5, Bethany Lightbourne, doing Calypsonians Are Champions. That was contestant number 5 on the listing, but actually she is number 4 because we didn't have the contestant from Tobago. Keeping this competition going, contestant number 6 on the listing, but contestant number 5. Jerisha Duncan Regis, doing a calypso entitled Unite. Please, let's welcome contestant number 6 on the listing, but contestant number 5. Jerisha Duncan Regis, doing Unite.
Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Did I die? Yeah. Listen, I've heard so many emancipation songs, songs of horrors and songs of pain. I've heard conquest emancipation songs, talking about the whip, talking about the chains. Songs about torment, songs about torture by the hands of the slave master. But the songs that I want to hear, ringing all through the air, is songs of unity, I say, for all Africans. Today, yes, we must unite, unite if we want to be stronger. We must unite, unite Africans the world over. We must unite, unite to truly bring an end to oppression. We must unite, unite as one people and one nation. We are a force when we stand as one, unmovable, second to none. We must all be on the same page. If one modern slavery we wage, we must unite, we must unite, we must unite to truly end this fight. I lie? Whoa, yeah, yeah. Did I die? Whoa. Heard so many emancipation songs, how we were kicked to cut sugar cane. I've heard so many songs for our freedom, a woman raped and clad in shame. I've heard how we fought back, telling my son no more, our freedom to secure. Just as we unite to light the flame, to burn the sugar cane over every mountain and every plain, Africans, yes, we must unite again. We must unite, unite if we want to be stronger. We must unite, unite Africans the world over. We must unite, unite to bring an end to oppression. We must unite, unite As one people and one nation, we are of course when we stand as one. Unmovable, second to none. We must all be on the same page. If one modern slavery we wage, we must unite, we must unite, we must unite. Truly end this fight. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. I heard so many emancipation songs, how with guns we were forced away. I've heard so many liberation songs, how we still suffering today. Songs about the journey across the seas just to reach to the West Indies. And although our history is great, and this we must appreciate, I believe unity is the key for one people, one destiny. Yes, we must unite, unite. If we want to be stronger, we must unite, unite. Africans the world over, we must unite, unite. To truly bring an end to oppression, we must unite, unite. As one people and one nation, we are of course when we stand as one. Unmovable, second to none. We must all be on the same page. If one modern slavery we wage, we must unite, we must unite, we must unite to truly end this fight. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Low. Did I die? Whoa, yeah. It's time we sing a freedom song with one voice to shape the world. With one voice we shout liberation as we march on brave and bold. Yeah, this is no time to sleep. The flame midnight light, redemption songs echoing through the night. Let us usher in a new dawn, a people now reborn. No one would be left behind, not one. As upwards we climb, we must unite, unite. If we want to be stronger, we must unite, unite. Africans the world over, we must unite, unite. To truly bring an end to oppression, we must unite, unite. As one people and one nation, we are a force when we stand as one. Unmovable, second to none. We must all be on the same page. If one modern slavery we wage, we must unite, we must unite, we must unite to truly end this fight. Thank you. Unite. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah. Unite, unite. Oh, unite.
And that was contestant number 6, our final contestant, Jerisha Duncan Regis, Unite, in this, the 24th annual Emancipation Calypso competition. And just let me run down the performers here tonight, the competitors. Under 17, Khalees Bentham, Shania Andrews, Angelina Duncan Regis, Keone Graves, Zinga Moses, Elijah Gold Ferguson, Kai Anthony Salazar, and Alea Hines. That's in the under 17 age group. And in the 17 to 25 age group, we had Rishon Gordon, Fasina Aluko, Adana Dardane. We must say thanks to Mitchell Williams of Tobago for trying to be a part of the competition but couldn't make it. Contestant number 5, Bethany Lightborn, and our final contestant, Miss Jerisha Duncan Regis. And of course, we must say special thanks to none other than First Citizens Bank, who has been a sponsor of this particular event, this particular competition since 2009. Of course, and SWWTU Hall, the political leader and members of the National Joint Action Committee, members of the National Action Cultural Committee, members of the National Youth Action Committee, the NACC Events Committee, that's the events committee for this and other events like this, judges,